Welcome back to CruiseAway here on Gecko with Derek and Joe. 3 times a day we're here with more jaw-dropping holiday ideas around the world, all with the Dream Away difference. The best prices, adventures and value for every single dollar you spend.
Yes, and talking of spending, the cruise line we feature in this show involves very little spending when you're on board. We're cruising a very different way with the flair, colour and personality that could only be the magic of a Virgin Voyages cruise.
Yeah, so make sure you've got your red outfits ready for Scarlet Night as we take you on 3 of Virgin's big fun adventures for next year and into 2026. We've got Hollywood, the Caribbean and a big dose of New York all on the menu. Let's start with New York actually,
yes.
Shall we? We'll fly you there on the 20th of September next year to kick off an 18-night Nautical Northeast adventure, and we'll enjoy 3 nights in a hotel first in New York. Absolutely stunning city, and actually a really lovely iconic city, not only to be in, Joe, but also to sail out on a cruise.
Yeah.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, there's nothing quite like the sail out of Manhattan or Red Hook in Brooklyn, depending on where you're situated, because you will pass the Statue of Liberty, you'll go under the iconic bridges like Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, my word, it's breathtaking. And the city is breathtaking as well. There's nowhere like New York. It has an energy that is constant, this perpetual energy. It is sheer and utter magic. I love it. Then it's time for us to cruise on the newest kid on the block when it comes to cruising, Virgin Voyages, on the Brilliant Lady, and she's the newest ship in the Virgin fleet as well.
Yeah, this will be one of her first cruises actually.
It will be.
Really good, because she actually launches in September. So that will give this cruise an extra buzz, let me tell you, because always, if you can ever get on one of the first cruises, you know, in the first sort of 2 or 3 months of a ship starting, it's really exciting. Now, don't worry, Virgin are very well versed. They've already launched 3 ships very successfully, and this is number 4. Yeah. She's amazing as well. Really nice, and so much on offer.
Yeah, and there's a lot packed into your cruise fare and included already with Virgin. You have, for example, basic bevies, which are your soft drinks, 20 dining venues, and they're all included. And you've got unique sort of dynamic venues like Gun Bay, which is Korean barbecue, which is unusual to see on a cruise ship. You've got your gratuities, your Wi-Fi, your entertainment, your fitness classes, and your service charges included. So that's a lot.
And let's just talk about entertainment for a second, because I don't want you thinking that every night you go to the same theatre and sit in the same row and see the same show, because this is Virgin. So when Virgin do anything, they do it very differently. Look what they did with the airlines, look what they've done with music, etc. So they actually have dynamic theatre spaces which change, and they become sometimes more intimate, sometimes you're literally, you know, the performance is going on right in the middle and you're sitting on either side. And don't think it's passive entertainment where you're just sitting there and taking it in. You're part of it as well, which I think is really super exciting. Virgin Voyages has a massive personality. Now, I don't want you thinking either from the videos that this is all for people aged between 20 and 28, because this is for cruisers of all ages as well. You'll have a brilliant time just enjoying, like you said, Joe, the vibrancy of the Virgin offer on board.
Yeah, the Virgin brand has such a unique stamp to it, and like you mentioned earlier, they have a Scarlet Night. A lot of cruise lines have the White Hot Party. The Scarlet Night is their own twist on it, where everybody wears red. So much fun. 10 nights out of New York, and we're heading on one of my favorite itineraries to Boston first of all, where you can head to the Freedom Trail. Maybe you're going to go where everybody knows your name, to Cheers Bar. Grab a lobster roll. That's that gorgeous brioche with the fresh lobster in it, and they're known for their lobster. And then you also have the Skywalk Observatory. Then it's Eastport in Maine, situated on Moose Island, where you can go to the Reversing Falls. You can also head down to Roosevelt International Park when you're there as well. Lots of natural beauty, of course. And we are here at a time of year where it's going to be, you know, the changing of the leaves, St. John's, Canada, where you can visit the Fort Howe National Historical Park. And honestly, it is beautiful when you're seeing the coloured leaves in Canada and New England at this time of year. Great pictures. Halifax is next. They have an amazing pier which you can stroll along and get, you know, dining options, coffee shops. It all leads up to the lighthouse and Peggy's Point as well. You can also head down to Annapolis for some wine tasting, very good wineries. Then we're going to disembark, and this is a real treat. We don't see this very often. You have got some days to enjoy fabulous Quebec. In fact, you have got 3 nights to enjoy the capital of French Canada, and it is amazing. I absolutely adored my time in this part of the world, and I have to say it has its own unique flair. You've got these amazing European buildings in Quebec. People speak both French and, of course, English, because it's Canada, but you have a lot of French Canadians there, and it has this old world charm about it, mixed with everything we love about Northern America and Canada as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. I think it's a really enchanting place. You know, take a walking tour if you can around the city to get a flair for it. But here's an overview. Like I said, it's one of my favorite itineraries of all time, Canada and New England, and you will see why. There's tons of history in this part of the world as well. But flying into New York, enjoying Boston, Maine, Canada, we're in, you know, Halifax and St. John, and then finishing up in Quebec with that little mini break before we fly you home to Sydney, Australia.
And again, there's one of the Virgin differences as well. They're doing a far from the madding crowd cruise itinerary as well. We've bookended it with 2 amazing stays. I don't think we could travel all the way over to New York and just say, okay, we'll get off the plane, we'll go straight to the port and we'll start cruising. You've got to see it, haven't you? You've got to spend some time in New York. You can't travel on all of that way and not have some time there. So we've booked you into a hotel for some time in New York. The amazing cruise. You will love the Virgin Way as well, because when you get on board, there's no timetables, you know, there's no I have to be here and I have to be there and which time is this and which time is that. You don't have to live life on the clock. It's very, very free and easy. As Joe mentioned before, all of the dining on board, it's all yours to enjoy as you want to. And be that the full sit down sort of fine dining or more kind of street food offering, whatever, whenever. You know what? Whenever your stomach calls, that's it. You can go for whatever you want to. Wi-Fi is a given on board Virgin as well, which I think is really, really good because we all need it these days. We can't stay away from our phones and our gadgets. We're keeping in touch. We're messaging family and friends. We're putting pictures on social media, whatever it might be. You can do all of that and keep in touch with each other while you're on board as well with the Wi-Fi that's included. Gratuity, so all of your service charges, they're all in as well. Entertainment, and a really diverse entertainment as well. Live DJs, live music, the most fantastic immersive entertainment while you're on board. Things like fitness classes, they're never included in your cruise fare ordinarily, are they? With Virgin, absolutely they are. You've got soft drinks, you know, the basics of life included as well. And there is so much more, and you are going to love this. Remember, you end your cruise in Quebec City and you have a couple of nights in a hotel there. We've strung the whole thing together as well, by the way. So we've sorted it all out end to end, from when you leave Sydney to fly to New York at the beginning, from when you fly back to Sydney from Quebec City after your hotel stay. We've made all the arrangements for you. And here's the price tag, because this is epic. You could spend this on a few nights in New York City, couldn't you? Very, very easily. By the time you've done flights over there, a few nights in a half decent hotel and the flight back, you could have spent that just going to New York, right? It's an amazing price tag, and it's all yours right now with so much included. And remember, you're on one of the very first cruises on this brand new ship as well, and that's always an exciting place to be. Now, if you want to upgrade on Brilliant Lady, here's the prices for that. You're on an Insider right now, which they're amazing. They're so modern. Their cabins are so brilliant. You can also go for a Sea View, which is what Virgin call their ocean view. And you can also go for a sea terrace, which is what Virgin call their balconies. And they don't just have table and chairs out on their balconies, sea terraces. you've got a red swinging hammock to enjoy while you're out there, which would be very, very nice, if only for the pictures. Do you know what I mean? You've also got some amazing suite options on board with Virgin as well, going up to the craziest Richard Branson rock star suites with grand pianos in them and all sorts. Check out those. Speak to our team, 1300 412 358. You're going to love life with Virgin if you haven't yet had a chance to take a cruise with them. Give them your attention, because everyone that has tried it so far, I think, has been surprised. I think a lot of people thought this is going to be a lot of 22, 23-year-olds, and I'm going to feel a little bit, you know, I'm just in my late 20s. In my head, I'm in my late 20s, but you know what? I'm actually now in my early 50s, and I thought, actually, I don't think Virgin will be for me, because I think I might feel a bit out of click with that. But absolutely not. There are cruises of all ages on the Virgin Voyages experience, and remember, it's adults only as well. So if that's your preference when you're on holiday, then you know it's always there. So you can just, you know, enjoy it to your heart's content.
They've got DJs, you know, spinning the tunes in the atrium as well. Yeah, it's quirky, it's fun, it's different. It has the unique Virgin stamp.
You can buy the tunes as well in the record shop. Even better, Virgin Music, of course. Right, next up with Virgin Voyages then, we're looking even further ahead to early in 2026. Now, this is the chance to combine Miami, Hollywood, and the exciting Panama Canal cruising, all in one exciting dream away. 22 nights of fun are on the way for this one, starting with your flight from Sydney on the 19th of March in 2026 over to Miami. Relax when you arrive. We've booked you into a hotel for 3 nights, because again, a bit like New York, I don't think you can really fly to Miami and just get straight on the ship.
Oh no, and 3 nights in Miami is, you could do a lot or as little as you like. Now you've got to head to the Collins Avenue and go to the protected and famed Art Deco district, because I mean, some of the most amazing buildings ever. And of course, it's next to Ocean Boulevard as well, which is a famous strip. Lincoln Road Mall, which is an outdoor mall with loads of great restaurants, is there to enjoy. South Beach has its own unique flair and vibe. But then you can head to Windward Walls Art District in downtown Miami. Little Cuba in downtown Miami. Watch everyone playing dominoes, get a Cuban coffee. It's got a fun flair to it. And, you know, great shopping as well.
Maybe we need more than 3 nights.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
You can always book more. Just talk to the team. We're back on Brilliant Lady for the cruise, which, as we know, is the new kid on the block for Virgin. She only launches next September. Of course, she'll be cruising in March in 2026. Do you know what you'll really, really love about this? And you know, this is the real difference, I think, with Virgin. You know, if you are one of those people that doesn't like to put firm plans in place, then I think Virgin is going to very much be your cruise line.
Yes.
Because it's very spontaneous, it's very fun, it's very interactive, it's very free and easy. You know what? It's for people who love to relax and indulge. And when I say indulge, I mean fully relax and indulge. Do you know what I mean? Not just indulging in food and, you know, things like that, but indulge in exercise and having fun and looking good and feeling good. You can do all of that on a Virgin Voyage.
And good quality.
Yes.
This is the thing, the quality, the level of cuisine on board particularly is sublime. And, you know, Virgin are known for their gyms. They're world famous for their gyms. So you're going to have a really well-equipped gym and great trainers up there. It's all included. So your classes, and you can walk around the deck. You can run around the deck too. You can enjoy all of that. Of course, they have yoga, Pilates, that kind of thing. Already so much, as we touched on, packed into your cruise fare, such as Wi-Fi, such as gratuities, the drinks, all of that.
That has just reminded me as well. You know, Scarlet Night we were talking about. They don't do White Night, they do Scarlet Night, because that's the Virgin colours, of course, Scarlet. But actually, that happens up on the pool deck late at night as well. And part of that is actually in the pool as well.
Yeah.
So you know what? That adds another dimension to it as well, doesn't it? It's just, you're going to be enjoying the best music, the best fun. We're in a lovely part of the world to enjoy the weather here as well, aren't we?
I'm just looking at some of the delicious options for food. Pink agave, Mexican hacienda with the traditional authentic Mexican flavors, gunbei, which is the Korean barbecue, which I've never seen on any other ship.
Oh, it's great. Really
so good. And then you've also got this really fun place where you can head to get street food with 8 different food stalls: tacos, sushi, burgers, paninis, bento boxes, noodles, something to grab and go. We're into Cartagena in Colombia first, which is a beautiful port where you can see the incredible old town. It's well famous and UNESCO protected. Shop for emeralds and coffee. They're known for it, of course, in Colombia, but this is honestly so colourful and vibrant. Colón, Panama is next. You can head to the museum to learn about the Panama Canal, or perhaps take a rainforest canopy zip line tour, which is super fun, or canoe to Embera, which is a local tribe town that you can visit. Then it's Panama Canal, and you'll have a guide talking you through this whole experience from dawn to dusk. It is fascinating. Over 100 years of engineering history. Punta Arenas, Costa Rica's up next. You are in the thick of the rainforest here, and boy is it beautiful, awash with incredible nature and wildlife. You definitely want to head to the rainforest to do at least a tour, but if possible a zip line tour or aerial tram. Then it's Puerto Quetzal in Guatemala. Head into Antigua, which is the capital, to learn about Mayan jade perhaps, or just do some shopping in the local markets. Very friendly people in this part of the world. It is really beautiful and very hot as well. Then we're into Cabo San Lucas. What you can see there is Los Arcos, which await you as you're sailing in. You might be lucky enough to see sea lions, pelicans, and even dolphins beckoning you into this amazing Mexican port of call. Great shopping there too. Then we're into Los Angeles, and we'll disembark. We have 2 nights in a hotel to enjoy the City of Angels, where, by the way, not too far away in Anaheim, you have got Six Flags and Disney, the original Disneyland, to visit. There's also Universal Studios in the Hollywood Hills, which is so cool. Or you might want to head to Santa Monica or Malibu or Venice and, pretend you're David Hasselhoff running along the beach in Baywatch back in the day, or Pamela Anderson, depending on if you're man or woman.
Depending how hairy your chest is.
Right? But no, you've got to see the lifeguards in the namesake, in the colours of Baywatch. It's a fun thing to do. There's loads of other things.
There's a picture.
Of course, it's home of the movies, so you can do a tour of the stars as well and learn all about where the Kardashians live, where Elvis used to live, that kind of thing. Here's your overview, and you're flying into Miami, enjoying some days there, embarking on this wonderful Central American tour, Central and America and Mexico included in the itinerary, and then finishing off in Los Angeles.
Yeah, 3 nights in Miami, 2 nights in Los Angeles. You can change either of those as well, by the way. So if you need them or want them to be longer, you absolutely can. Actually, after just hearing all the other things that you can do in LA, on top of the things I already knew about, I'd be like, oh, actually, maybe I do need a bit longer than 2 nights. But of course, just when you talk to our team, and I would always say with an offer like this, talk to our team, and then we'll talk about how you want to tailor it, answer any questions you've got as well. Remember, it's toll free when you call us. No obligation. 1300 412 358. That number's there for you to use. No obligation, and talk to our experts. Remember, as the name suggests, we deal with cruise. We are a travel agent, but we major on cruise. That's our expertise of over 25 plus years. Even when the new cruise lines come along. And remember, Virgin Voyages only launched in 2020, so still a brand new cruise line. This is cruise ship number 4, the latest that we're going to be on board. And what an exciting adventure, enjoying all the perks of Virgin cruising. And if I was to put all the extra things that you got into dollars, you'd see a massive number. So if I broke all those individual dining opportunities, 20 plus of them, if I put a number, a cost next to each of them and said, okay, well, your dinner will cost this, your lunch will cost that, if you want to eat here, it will cost that. We'd be talking big numbers. Also, Wi-Fi packages. It's unlimited all the way through your cruise. It can cost an absolute fortune to buy Wi-Fi on a cruise ship. It's included. Gratuity, service charges. That's going to save you $20, $30 a day straight away in the fact that it's included. Entertainment, you're not paying for a ticket at the theatre door. It's included. Soft drinks included. Fitness classes included. And so much more. And remember, we've got all the flights and we've got the 2 stays here as well. 3 nights in Miami, 2 nights in Los Angeles. We've strung the whole thing together for you into a beautiful package. And you're cruising with one of the biggest brand names in the world, whether you're talking about travel or music or so many different fields. Look. You say the name Branson out loud and people know straight away who you're talking about. It's like Madonna and Cher and Adele, you know, it's so recognizable. Just under $7,000 each, and here are the upgrade prices as well on board. Brilliant lady. If you want to go up to your sea terrace or your sea view is ocean view, sea terrace is your balcony with the table and chairs and the swinging hammocks. You lucky, lucky people. Listen, come and talk to us. 1300 412 358. We do all the Virgin Voyages cruises. They're all on our website too, wherever they are around the world, the Caribbean or Europe or closer to home as well. CruiseAway.com.au. Right, okay, I think we can just about fit in one more adventure because there is just so much included on board a cruise with Virgin. It is the perfect place to enjoy that wonderful feeling, and that wonderful freedom is in the sunshine of the Caribbean. So let's take a highlights adventure now, and our 15-night dream away starts on the 28th of January in 2026 with a flight from Sydney over to Puerto Rico.
Ooh.
Now, we don't often go over there for a stay before we cruise, but you've got 3 nights in the capital of Puerto Rico, which is San Juan. 3 nights there, very old and new together here.
Yes, I love Puerto Rico. Like you said, old meets new, great shopping, incredible rainforests, and lots to enjoy during your mini break there. But then it's time for us to cruise, and we're heading on to the Valiant Lady. We're going to be on board for 10 nights. Oh, this is such a great length of cruise. I always feel like, you know, just as you're starting to enjoy it, it's time to go home after a week. So 10 days is that little bit extra for you to enjoy this incredible, incredible ship. And of course, you're going to have a whale of a time whilst you're on board, no pun intended. Whatever you choose to do and however you choose to spend your time, because at the end of the day, it's your holiday. This is why cruises are so great, because whether you're heading with a partner or a group of friends, and everyone has different interests, guess what? You can go off to learn napkin folding. Your other half can go to the quiz or bingo or go for a nap, and you know, not really any conflict because you're all doing what you want to do, and a cruise offers you so much. And then everybody comes together for, you know, the evening activity or the meals. So I think it's absolutely perfect in terms of the variety that the holiday offers. And I love all the extras that are already no-brainers with the Virgin brand that we've talked a lot about during the show. Now let's talk about the deck parties. We talked about the Scarlet Night, which is so much fun.
You just read my mind.
We're in sync.
I was just about to remind everyone to bring something with them, which is...
Yeah, which is something nice and red, nice and bright and red.
Yeah, but not just that. You have to bring your pyjamas with you as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because there's also a pyjama party. I'd forgotten about that, actually. Now, your pyjamas can be any colour you like, by the way. Maybe you've got a tiger onesie.
Right. Okay.
Then you've got to take that to the pyjama party. I think the more ridiculous, the better.
What did you wear?
I'm a little bear with little ears.
I think I'll bring my unicorn onesie, definitely.
Yes,
so yeah,
perfect.
that's tons of fun. So they do think outside of the box when it comes to deck parties. That's the great
It's
thing.
like an adult's playground, quite frankly, because it's an adults-only ship.
Yeah.
And they are an adults-only, affair. It's about really getting into the heart and soul of the party. Now, I know, actually the pictures almost suggest like it's a 24-hour non-stop party, and it can be if you want to be, but there is also plenty of chance to be zen, to be relaxed.
Well, yoga for starters, Pilates, numerous treatments available in the spa for you. I mean, all of those things are on offer. But let's see where we're off to on this fabulous adventure. We're going to Philipsburg and St. Martin first, which has, two distinctive, different identities, French and Dutch, all in one country. That's the beautiful downtown beach, and it's a stone's throw from where you dock. It's unbelievable, honestly. Then we're into Basseterre and St. Kitts. If you've never been to the Caribbean before, you're going to be blown away by the beaches, I have to say. They are absolutely paradise. Take a 4x4 safari into the jungle here in St. Kitts. There's more monkeys than people apparently in St. Kitts. Then it's St. John's Antigua. Red Cliff Key right by the ship offers you so much in terms of shopping, cute little nooks and craft shops and cafeterias and things. But then they're known for incredible beaches as well. You can horse ride on the beach, you can do loads of activities. Fort de France in Martinique, this is one of my favourite kind of hidden gem of Caribbean ports. It's where France meets the Caribbean, and literally you go downtown and you could be in the Côte d'Azur, you could be in the south of France. French bakeries, French brands, it's great. Then it's Castres in St. Lucia, known for lots of adventure tours here you'll find on the itinerary or on offer, such as ziplining, hiking, 4x4 rides, but dolphin safari, I mean, that's a great one to do to see these beautiful creatures in their natural habitat. Then it's Kingstown in St. Vincent, which is a relatively unspoiled isle, known for gorgeous botanical gardens, lush greenery, beautiful landscapes, incredible wildlife. You know, take a tour with your shore excursions team so you can maximize it. Then it's Bridgetown in Barbados, where you can head to Sandy Lane for a traditional afternoon tea, because of course this is a British Caribbean island, or head the Atlantis submarine to enjoy some of the amazing marine life and tropical fish. Then we're back into San Juan, where you'll disembark and you'll fly back to Sydney, Australia. Of course, those end-to-end flights included, that mini stay in San Juan at the beginning. This amazing Caribbean itinerary is all part and parcel of the adventure.
Okay, hands up, who fancies this? Yeah, I thought there'd be quite a few. I thought there'd be quite a few people with hands up right now. Hashtag me too. I would love to do this. I would absolutely love to do this. So your flight over from Sydney to Puerto Rico, 3 nights in a hotel in San Juan, the 10-night cruise on Valiant Lady, and your flight back to Sydney from Puerto Rico. So much included on board, and all for this incredible price. Going to ask you another question in just a moment. First of all, look at that price tag. I mean, you want to jump on that as quickly as you possibly can. The second question I want to ask you is, if you put your hand up when I said to you if you fancy the idea of this, I'm going to ask you another question. How many times do you live? Because unless I'm much mistaken, I mean, I don't even believe that cats have 9 lives. Do you know what I mean? Mine are very, very cheeky. But we only have 1. So if you fancy doing it, let's get it booked. Here's the upgrade prices. So if you want to go up to your sea view or sea terrace, or one of the fabulous suites on board with Virgin, do you know what? I think this is one of those offers where even if you don't know the cruise line, even if you've not cruised with them before, you can watch this show again, by the way. It's on our YouTube channel. Just search for CruiseAway Australia, you'll find us there. And you've got the name of the show at the bottom of the screen there, Virgin Voyages 2025 and 2026 deals. Watch the show again, have another look around the ship. But if you're looking at each other right now and saying, well, shall we try it? Shall we? Just do it. Don't sit, wonder and procrastinate, because that's how 10 years passes you by without you noticing. Do you know what I mean? If you fancy an idea, go for it.
Yeah.
Because what's the worst that can happen? I mean, that is one, how many nights? 15-night holiday. That is one incredible 2-week holiday, whichever way you cut it.
And the important thing is now that you are locking in the price ahead of time, and we don't know what's going to happen with the pricing on travel. We do know if we book early, it's booking smart, and this is the way to do it. And of course, we have our buy now, pay later plan as well for you that you can again ask our team about. That makes life so much easier for budgeting and creating the holiday of your dreams.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
having it to look forward to.
How many times do we live? Absolutely, just the once. Let's make it happen. See you back here soon.